Jai Hind everyone. I am here to talk on the topic change your mindset. So let's start with it. Introduction. Mindset is something which constantly carries on in a person's mind. It is an attitude towards someone or something. It can form a permanent impression on the mind and is very difficult to change. At times, it can develop into a negative attitude, leading to a disaster. Mindset is a simple idea that makes all the difference. What we say to ourselves each day can be the difference between maintaining the status quo and living the life we dream of and deserve. Most of what holds you back comes from within rather than from the judgments or actions of others. If you want to start making great changes in your life, then start with looking at the ways you could be holding yourself back. What is mindset? Most people keep a running account of what's happening to them, what it means, and why they should do. In other words, our minds are constantly monitoring and interpreting. That's just how we stay on track. But sometimes the interpretation process goes every. Some people put more extreme interpretations on things that happen and then react with exaggerated feelings of anxiety, depression, anger, or superiority. Your mindset is the sum of your knowledge, including beliefs and thoughts about the world and yourself in it. It is your filter for information you get in and put out. It determines how you receive and react to information. In a growth mindset, people believe that their most basic ability can be developed through dedication and hard work. Brains and talents are just the starting point. This view creates a love of learning and a resilience that is essential for great accomplishment. Virtually all great people have had their qualities. Teaching a growth mindset creates motivation and productivity in the worlds of business, education, and sports. It enhances relationship. How to change your mindset? Get the best information only. Try to find the best information in your field. Then focus on learning this information only. In any worthwhile fields, there is more information available as needed, especially in the internet. You have to narrow down the information input to the most effective. One of the critical personal skills today is not to find information, but to select the best information and avoid the rest. Role model the best people. Look for the best people in your field and try to model what they did right. Adopt their kind of thinking and mindset and follow them. Of course, keep and only add what you think is right for you. That's why you can actually personalize their mindset to fit perfectly for you. It's never copying, it's taking what works for you by getting inspiration and quality input. Examine your current beliefs. Examine your mindset by looking at your current belief system. Are these beliefs supporting you or their self limiting beliefs? You have to identify those possible blocks and turn them around because whether you know about limiting beliefs or not, they are working in your subconscious mind. To uncover your beliefs, ask yourself the right question about where you want to go and where is standing in your way right now. The key then is to turn those beliefs around by declaring supportive statements on the same belief. To internalize these new supportive beliefs, you can make use of affirmations. Shape your mindset with vision and goals. A proactive approach to build your mindset is to clearly see where you want to see. Seeing a vision, images describing your end result clearly in your mind's eye will create a strong pull towards this end result. Then go on break your vision into goals. It will shape your mindset to conform to your vision, learn and adapt your own experience, and always try to look deeper for the real reasons why you get results you are getting. Find your voice. One of the most beautiful things is when you find your very own way, something what you could call finding your voice. To help you find this, answer these four questions. What are you good at? That's your mind. What do you love doing? That's your heart. What need can you serve? That's body. And finally, what is life asking of you? What gives your life meaning and purpose? What do you feel like you should be doing? In short, what is your conscience directing you to do? This is your spirit. Protest your mind. One thing you have to do is protest your mind against then a sire send people who want to drag you down. You also have to protect it against bad information and against overload. Keeping your confidence is a big thing. So please stay on a right path, look to improve yourself and to help others along the way. You can't go wrong with that. Let's go off comparisons. Where you are at this moment is all matters. Try to stay focused on your own situation, needs, and dreams without worrying about what other people are doing. A lot can be said for a gratitude movement, focusing on your success and what you have in your life is the path for true joy. When you switch the focus to what others may have or be doing, you take a detour that will not end well. The reality of other people's situation is not transparent, so your desires and jealousies are not even based on the full picture. The family with two luxury cars and a large house may be deeply in debt. The woman who seems to have it all may be lonely while her husband works 90 hours a week so they can have those material possessions. What are your values and goals? Those are key questions you can use to direct your path. Put an end to perfectionism. Perfectionism is often the biggest roadblock we face. Too many people feel that if they can't deliver 100% with everything right and just so, then they should abandon the idea completely. Learn to take one step at a time. Build on things, skills, tasks, writing, and accept that it will never be perfect. It is important to look at growth over time and accept that putting something imperfect out there in the universe is better than staying safe and never attempting anything new. Look at the evidence. When you hear yourself saying you can't do something or are not good enough, force your own hands and demand the evidence to back up the negative thoughts. Most of what you are thinking can be counter argued and disapproved when you look at what you have done in the past, the feedback you received, etc. You may tell yourself you are not so good a blogger or someone else who is in limelight. No one comments or cares about what you write. When you challenge that though are looks for evidence you see do you receive some comments and positive feedback. You may feel alone and like you were never included in social events, but when questioning this, you admit that you have been to a party last month and had a coffee with a friend last week. You may not be as busy as you wish, but you are actually included and can make the decisions to organize a social event yourself. Redefine what failure means. Fear of failing holds many of us back, especially high achievers who may be afraid of deviate from their comfort zones. If you go through life afraid to fail, you often end up living a life where you never try anything new. When you redefine fail to mean lesson learned, you can start to see how every step you take brings you closer to your dreams. When an idea or project fails to take off, it offers you an opportunity to learn. What could do differently? What did you work and why? Is there a better path for you to travel down? Stop worrying about what people think. You will never please everyone, so basing your decisions on what other people will think of what you do or say is an exercise in frustration. This is true whether it is a business where you cannot have everyone as your target market or your personal life where your friend and family have their own ideas separate to your own. Most people are not even thinking about you and your actions on day to day basis. So why hand over powers to them? and let their potential reactions influence your actual actions. Conclusion: developing the right mindset is really crucial to succeed in anything. Work to make changes in the mindset areas that are acting as the roadblocks to your success. A group can be defined as any number of people who share goals, often communicate with one another over a period of time, and are few enough so that each individual may communicate with all the other person to person. When two or more persons who are interdependent, who share responsibilities for outcomes, who see themselves and are seen by others as an in fact social entity in a large social system, are called as teams. When teams are formed, its members must be or quickly develop the right mix of complementary competencies to achieve the team's goal. Thank you. Jai Hind.